Welcome back to Thronebreaker. We are in Mahakam after having finally completed all of our quests and things in Aedirn, and then discovering that the King of Aedirn, Demavend, had nothing useful to offer us except to tell us to go to Mahakam. So, as I recall, last episode, I let things run quite a bit long, and as a result didn't have the opportunity to mess around in here, so I'm going to be doing that now. I remember getting this trading post. I don't remember it showing up the last time I looked in camp. I remember being confused about that, but I guess we've got it now. Enables you to trade gold for wood or recruits, as well as wood for gold. So we can turn gold into wood at a 4-to-1 rate, and then back into gold at a 1 to 2.2 rate for some reason. Why isn't it just 1 to 2? I don't know. But yeah, somebody's making bank off of this. I guess not being able to turn recruits into gold or wood makes sense. So that's good to know. I don't know that I need to do anything with that immediately. We've got conversations. Oh, we have many conversations. Ooh, this is exciting. All right. Let's do that. Interesting.
Isbel? Apologies. Thoughts consume me sometimes. Is there something you need?
Since we left Aedirn, you've seemed unsettled. Is all in order?
I've seen many wars in my time. All ugly, all repulsive. But what the Imperials did at Aldersburg was... it was unforgivable.
Nilfgaard. That's what it does, Isbel. They seek here to repeat the rape of Sintra, the slaughter there.
Yes, I saw that. I was there. And at Sodden.
So, if you don't know, Sintra is where Ciri is originally from, and she originally was basically a... I don't know if princess is the right word, or if it's more like whatever the daughter of a duchess or something like that is. So she was some kind of nobility there, the very young daughter of Pavetta, who is the daughter of... I forget the name of the actual ruler of Sintra, but anyway, basically, as a result of the Nilfgaardian invasion of Sintra, that's how she ends up out on her own, and eventually ends up with Geralt when she's a little kid, and yeah, so it's a pretty important event in the whole backstory of the Witcher lore. Sodden is pretty important too. I forget why though.
Then you know of what they're capable.
After Sodden, I took an oath never to take part in another war. Such suffering, such hatred, senseless, all those deaths.
Senseless deaths. Our troops sacrificed their lives in defense of their homeland, loved ones.
I must believe there's a better way. Forgive me, Mom. I must gather my thoughts. Never mind about me, though. I shall perform my duties to my utmost, as ever, as always.
You speak with my soldiers a good deal. Said so yourself. I'd like to know what about.
Corporal Larkin, Mom. Do you know him? Captain Oisin, perhaps? Or Lieutenant Tegan?
Lieutenant.
Of course I know them. Among my best. They've served me loyally for years.
You know them. But did you know that in fleeing Lyria, the corporal left behind a newborn daughter? His wife was in confinement when you gave the order to march. The corporal could not go to see them. And true, the captain has no wife, no child. But he's not seen his brother in 5 years. Never once been granted leave Your General Odo's orders always taking precedence.
Allow me to guess. You shall now tell me Tegan abandoned his sick mother to follow me.
No, ma'am. Count Caldwell's men murdered the lieutenant's kin. Retaliation for his joining your rebellion. He learned of this just recently.
Enough. You've made your point. Yet even were I to order them to return, they wouldn't listen. They know they've got nothing to go home to while Nilfgaard occupies our land. Duty calls. I must go.
Of course. Should you need me, I'll be here.
Well, well. In case I'd forgotten how intense this game is.
Yes, Your Grace?
How go things, Reynard? You and Gascon get along now, I hope.
Well, you might say we've established a certain rapport, Your Grace.
Tell me more, friend.
I don't pry into his affairs, nor he into mine.
I'd prefer it if my commanders worked together more closely.
Your Grace, the man's a brigand.
Oh, Reynard. He was a brigand.
I must disagree, I fear. Yes, he stopped thieving for now, but only because it's convenient, so to speak. Gascon isn't a changed man. He still hasn't an ounce of honor, dignity.
Yet he has a unit of armed men, without which we'd be much worse off. Might not even have survived.
Agreed. The Strays are excellent fighters. I'd be the first to admit it. I only fear they might turn on us. Leap at our throats when we least expect it.
It's time I attended to other matters.
Yeah, actually, Reynard has a point there. Given their motivations, at some point they probably, by rights, should turn on us.
Hey ho, how's my favourite queen in the north?
You and Reynard, do you get along?
Like a cat and a hound. Get it? 'Cause they call me.
Yes, yes, your jests are easily understood. Far more difficult to enjoy.
That's probably true, in your royal high and mightiness's case.
Will you answer my question?
We get along because we must. Though it'd be far easier if he pulled the lance from his arse.
Haven't heard a truer word in a long while.
What was that?
Nothing, nothing. It's time I
Wow.
attended to other matters. Farewell.
That was unexpected.
Yes, milady?
You choose not to follow your king, Xavier. Why?
Because then we'd have to get rid of the card, and it's too good.
To fight in the field, with you. This was my wish, my lady.
But what of your home? Rosberg must be rebuilt. Engineers are needed.
I've no kin in Rosberg. No soul left for me there. All I've left is revenge.
I understand. Other matters await my attention. We shall speak later.
As you wish, my lady.
Your Grace, I need to speak with your quartermaster. Excuse my Elvish, but I can't drink that goat's piss he serves in the mess.
Reynard's doing, no doubt. He doesn't like the men to drink too much.
To be blunt, ma'am, what Reynard himself needs is to get good and bloated for once in his stiff life. So, I have a proposal for you. A shipment of the best dwarven mead and lager. I can arrange for you to arrive. Trust me, the men's morale's nae like to be a problem when they pour a bit of fire in their guts.
Sure.
Good point. Very well.
Oh, give my thanks, dear Queen. A few more days of that and I'd have been lapping up puddle water.
I trust you'll arrange the details.
Of course, no worries. You dinna ken how happy a dwarf you've made me. Ah, right. And the men too, of course.
I'm hoping that's going to raise my morale, but there's no indicator that it would.
You're a Zigrin, are you not? I know the name. One of your clan slew the dragon Ockvist.
Aye. You're thinking of Yarpin. Cousin of my cousin. Left Mahakam when I was but a wee snot. Decent enough dwarf, but never could conform to our basic tenets and laws. Though, admittedly, we've so damned many it's hard to keep them from leaking out your ears.
Is it that bad?
I'll put it this way. Among human folk, you cannae steal, brawl, murder. All the basics. In Mahakam, we've got laws about how to braid our beards. But I'm no one to complain. The Zilgrins are well-to-do, one of the richer clans. Got more than enough goods to suit our needs. Though, we've got some bads as well.
What do you mean?
Bah! Nae worth your time. I didn't mean to bother you. Sides, best to jabber of such things over a cold pint. Or keg?
Your elder. I'd like to know more. Do tell me about him, please.
One tough horseman, Bruva. Stubborn as an old goat, as you'll soon see for yourself. All in all, though, he's nae as scary as some say. Been keeping the clans in check for some 2 centuries now. Which is nae a small feat, I might add, no.
No conflicts between them all this time. Are you certain?
Ha! Ha! I can't tell if you're jesting. Ha! At each other's throats each day they are. Breckenrigs despise the Chives. Dalbergs would scratch out the Hoog's eyes given half the chance. As for us, we hate them arse-licking fuchses. But Bruver's got his ways, keeps each yen in line. If not for him, Mahakam would have fallen to bits ages past.
Why?
Round 150 years ago, when the elves were fighting that hopeless war against your folk, the Elder-in-Chief ordered the pass to Mahakam sealed tight. If it weren't for that, we'd have ended up like the pointy ears. As it was, we waited for the shite storm to abate. Didn't open the pass and stretch your legs again till it were safe.
Yes, I remember. The manufacturers in Rivia have yet to recover.
With all due respect, Your Grace, your workshops forge utter crap. It's not your fault that human folk prefer dwarven goods. Basic market principles, that's all it is.
I feel enlightened, Gabor. Thank you. We shall return to this conversation later.
No skin off my back. We seeing each other, Your Grace.
Alright, well, I just realized that I did not enable recording my cursor, which is suboptimal when the map is involved, so I am going to pause here and resume once I've changed that setting. Alright, and I'm back. So why do we have an exclamation point in here? I'm probably the addition of... Oh. Lyrian Cavalry. When did I get this? Loyal, play a copy of this unit from your deck. It's a 10. That's... seems pretty strong. Wait, but I don't have any of them. Okay, so I guess I can just make them. Oh, maybe that was from some upgrade that I took? Or I don't know. Oh yeah, it must be because that's why I've got the Grey Rider in here as well. Okay. So let's look in the workshop. Yeah, recruit crap, I still don't think it matters too much. This is pretty cool, but costs way too much wood. I mean, I could do some of the conversion, it costs hardly any gold. So I could effectively treat it as... Let's say for the sake of argument... Well, it's 4 to 1, so I mean, it would still cost 10,000 gold, which is a little more than I have. Obviously, I could balance between the two, but it's still really expensive is the point. And so we can get this, which doesn't seem too appealing. Wagenberg plus. Aretuza Adept plus. Yeah, was this the one that I wanted? It's been a little while. I don't exactly remember. Crushing Trap. Whoa. Set the power of each unit on the row to the average of the row's total power. If the average is 3 or below, destroy all units on the row, including self. Huh. Interesting. Then Rivia and Onager. There's just a thing that can deal 6 damage right away, which is pretty cool. Pitfall Trap is 50% better than, or Pitfall Trap Plus is 50% better than regular Pitfall Trap. Yeah, so this one's pretty solid. The Onager is pretty good. The traps are interesting. I think I have a Pitfall Trap in my deck right now. That's not my deck. No, I took it out. Okay. And then we've got a Wagenberg plus, damage all units by the armor amount. Okay, so it's the difference is it's got Zeal and it can and it starts with 2 armor. And then R2 is at Adept plus, adds 2 copies and boosts them. R2's Adept plus is really good. Okay, so it won't auto-convert resources for me to be able to purchase this. So I'd need to convert 1,200, which is 4,600 gold. That's a lot of gold. Maybe it's worth it. Or maybe I just go for this. 4,600... Or wait, what? Did I calculate that correctly? 1,200 is 4,800. So that's 6,800 gold, which means leaves me with 3,100. 3,100 gold is enough to buy this, so I wouldn't really be hurting. I'd still just be hurting for wood. Yeah, I don't see this line being nearly as good. Or this one. The Strays of Spala card is pretty good in conjunction with the bomber, admittedly, but I think I'd rather just upgrade the cards I already have than have to build and add new cards. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna go to the trading post. How much do I need? Nope, not there. 500 more. Kaboom. Probably ought to grab a little bit more wood now, just to make sure that I'm not short on wood for like an event. I'm sure I'll end up doing this again at some point, so I'll grab 200. I don't think there's likely to be anything that costs me more than that. Alright. So now we got our Adept Plus, and our Wagenberg Plus, and the Mantlet, which I don't really see wanting to add that to my deck. At least not right now. So 1 a second Wagenberg. I don't think so. Although if I had Rayla, having exactly one... If I still had Rayla, having exactly one Wagenberg would be stronger than it is without her. Because I can search for it. But, yeah, we'll just go with this for now. Alright. Oh, I guess let's also actually look at yield map. Well, this looks quite different, just stylistically, which is cool. I guess it's a consequence of being in Dwarven lands.
A hearty Mahakam welcome to you.
What an honour! Even the Arbalists salute us with cocked quarrels.
Oh, that well. An ounce of prevention saves a slag heap of trouble.
Okay. Oh, this is weird.
None too shabby as views go, eh?
Were it not for the howling wind, I'd make a sketch.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether I'm even going to run into anything around here, just given that lore-wise it doesn't seem like I should. And I guess there's no reason there couldn't be monsters somewhere, like down in a mine or something, but... Other than that... Seems like it should be a pretty safe area in general. There's not anything, yeah, there's not anything interactable over there. Well, something's about to happen, I guess. Yep. That guy's wearing a crown.
Meve rode slowly, her surroundings interesting to her, her ears keen to take in the cacophony of sounds. The sharp whistle of wind rushing past towering peaks, the squeak of wagon wheels rolling over frozen snow, and the roar of beasts.
What the... I dare not venture a guess.
Gabor scratched his chin.
An ice troll. Or one of them Barbigazar bejabbers.
These beasts, are they tame? As the dragon?
Not in your life. Fierce horsens, every last one of them. Spring cleaning year past, 1 year bit my arm clear off.
Spring cleaning. Barbigazar bejabbers.
The Queen's brow rose in a silent inquiry.
All right. You don't quite ken the context. Each spring, with the melting of the snows, a good bit of that filth comes out the ground. That's when Brother Hoog summons all dwarves for spring cleaning. We cut down as much of the filth as we can, and that means relative calm the rest of the year.
Out of the corner of her eye, Meve noted a dark shape darting between rock formations. Calmly, she drew her sword and brandished it a time or two to warm up her stiff arms.
Seems it is our lot to assist you with this cleaning. Lyrians, arms at the ready. Prepare to fight.
It doesn't look like spring, but... I guess we're doing some spring cleaning anyway. Spring cleaning. For a great many years, Mahakam was closed off to the outside world. When the Elven Kings began their last desperate push to drive men from the lowlands, the dwarves slammed shut the passage to their mountainous realm. For centuries, they waited. Only when the slaughter in the valleys below subsided did they once again open their gates. The dwarves refer to this day as the Great Air and Out. Okay. Poets, the lot of them, I guess. Do not let Bruver die. Eliminate the Shaelmar. So it is Bruver, the guy wearing the crown. Hint, in one fell swoop. You fight a Shaelmar in the Blood and Wine expansion. In, like, there's a big arena where there's a bunch of knights who all come to fight monster. What's the situation here? Mighty Shaelmar. Yeah, it like curls up into a ball and then rolls around and is basically invulnerable while it's doing that. Mighty Shaelmar, Relict. Relict? Huh. I don't think that's actually a word. Every 3 turns, on turn start, randomly damage enemies by a portion of Shaelmar's current armor, then move to the other row. If on the melee row, damage the highest enemy by this unit's current armor. If on the ranged row, damage the lowest enemy by this unit's current armor, then set armor to 8. Huh. Is it saying it will deal damage twice? I think that might be what it's saying, but it's pretty confusingly worded. Randomly damage enemies by a portion of Shaelmar's current armor. Is it the portion that's random? Is it the enemy selection that's random? And it's not really clear to me, but... Okay, well, one thing I can say... Oh, I never did figure out what this Bone Talisman actually does. This is going to be useless. Unless this guy actually plays cards, which I'm guessing he does not because he doesn't have a hand. So, let's redraw Artifact Compression. Let's... I guess we'll go ahead and redraw Arbalists like usual. Being able to just zap the thing with Alzur's Thunder twice at the Blacksmith is pretty good. Yeah, alright. I think this is fine, other than maybe this doesn't do anything, but maybe we'll figure out what it does.
Stop standing around like corns on a toe! Get to work!
Deploy. Spawn 2 Mahakam Protectors and move an enemy from the melee to the ranged row. We don't want him on the ranged row because he gains armor when he's on the ranged row. Are you silly? I assume I can't. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I just wanted to see whether I could do that, and instead of just like, nope, burn the card. You fool. Oh man. Alright, well... Oh, I should have used this before I summoned Knickers, too, because then I could have done extra damage to him. But whatever. We'll do that. Now he doesn't have any armor. Okay. I guess I'll just play a drummer.
Again.
Pretty annoyed about that decoy play.
Watch out! It's rolling our way!
Okay, so we got 3 turns to deal with that. Let's go ahead and... Well, no. Let's play another drummer.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Should I move the banner too? Yeah, sure. Oh, hello.
I smell a leak.
Arbalist at your command.
Why did Knickers just become a 26? What just happened? No, really, what just happened? Was it the Bone Talisman? The Bone Talisman is just a plus 20 that happens on a delay or something? Oh, it played itself out of my hand. I didn't even play the card. What the heck? What a weird card. Okay, well, I guess I might as well use my ability now. If I manage to pull an Arbalest and hit him with Alzur's Thunder, I think I can just take him out this turn. Yeah. Well, okay.
As you wish, milady.
Still might as well do this. Oh, right. Gotta play another card. No reason to play the Thunder now.
Left, right, left, right.
Okay. Well, that was all very silly, but we got him.
All right. You got some splaining to do.
Why do we have splaining to do for helping you kill the Shaelmar?
As the wails of speared Shaelmars died down, the crowd of Mahakaman infantry parted. A dwarf stepped forth, grey as a snowfox, wrinkled as a prune. He walked with difficulty, supporting himself on a battle-axe, its two heads dripping blood.
This would be our Elder-in-Chief, Bruvor Hoog. And who might your guests be, Gabor? Meve, Queen of Lyria and Rivia, and her associates in court.
My regards, Elder. I come...
You come for something. Coin's my first wager. Fighting bodies my second. Well, what is it you want? I'm on in the years, aye, but I'm not gone dotty. Tja, you menfolk. You got to fall on hard times to remember us dwarves.
I've come with a design in mind, I cannot deny. But hear me out and you shall see.
She's armed! Gabor! Why the devil did you let her in here like that? And without a sack or her heat! She has the leaden ring, Elder.
A gift from a king.
From Demavend, lassie, I ken that already. Trust a man, give him something of value, and he'll go and give it away as easy as a street whore gives away nubs. It's a good thing he didn't pawn it. Sons of humans.
Interesting. I don't know if he's the... like, everything has said that he's difficult to deal with, which makes me want to go with this thing, because he's less likely to respect weakness. So let's try it.
You interrupt me. I'm not accustomed, for you see, I am a queen.
That's so. But I've heard you were stripped of crown and title some time past. Not so much a queen no more. Nay, don't you fear, tidings of that sort reach us here, too.
Her Majesty was shamefully betrayed, 'tis true. Yet the unified throne of both realms remains hers, as the laws hold.
Laws, smaws, shite and bare paws. I ken well the kind of respect you human folk accord your laws. We've signed pacts, treaties a many o'er the years, and each time but a couple of years had pass afore you shattered all the terms. Now, on a normal day, I'd have you all thrown clear out of this land I love. But you've the leaden ring, and that grants you the right of hospitality. And here, in Mahakam, laws and rights are sacred. You may stay in the pass long as you wish. Young Zigrin'll serve as your guide. And once you've tired of the mountains, well, you ken the way down into the valleys. I bid you farewell.
My Lord Elder, with all due respect, we came to your aid. We smote the beasts with you, yet...
And who the demons is this one?
Count Reynard Odo.
Ho, Odo, Lodo, Bodo! Now, you listen and listen well. We didn't ask for aid, and you know why? 'Cause I've my dignity. Not like some. Mates and wenches, spring cleaning's done, beast culling's over. Mount Carbon beckons us home. Follow me.
Your Grace, be not dismayed. We will find a way.
Why would you even...
Manage we shall, true. Though damned if I know how. We have none other to whom we can turn, no other land where we can flee.
Let us convene in council, Your Grace. Consider together what's to be done. We've yet Redania, Temeria...
Your Grace, might I draw you aside a wee moment, for a jabber?
Reynard, please excuse me. Well, what is it you want?
I ken the Elder-in-Chief dinna make a good first impression.
And the second? Is it any better?
To be quite frank, no. I'll try elsewise. Not all's lost, trust me. Brewer's a stubborn goat, no doubt about it. But a goat to be persuaded. And I happen to ken how.
Yeah.
The selfless impulse to help. I don't believe it exists. So before you describe how you aim to aid me, be kind enough to explain why you wish to do so. Unsolicited, mind you, and clearly against your elder's wishes.
A query of my own to answer yours. Do you ken when Brewer Hoog last strode down the mountains into your lowlands?
I know not. While King Sambuk sat on the throne?
Point of fact, never. Hoog was born here and he'll die here, like most Mahakaman dwarves. Whereas I'm a frequent visitor in your human lands. Been an emissary to royal courts, trade guilds, mummers, troops, and I've eyes. I can see all the rubbish goes on between yous. Nilfgaard's insatiable. The Blackclads will not stop till they've put the whole continent neath their boot. From Ophir in the south to the Dragon Mountains in the north. Gods forbid they grip all the Nordlings' realms in their vice. 'Cause then we'll have their hordes all round, controlling all the trade routes, supply lines, diversions even. And then they'll control terms and prices. Ooh. We dwarves have never been on a lead, let alone a short one. So, in short, we'll all be better off with the Blackclads back across the Yaruga. And I've seen your Grace. Seen you in battle. You've brawn and bite, and with the right support, you can drive them back. I ken that well.
I think he's only seen me in one fight against a Shaelmar, but fine.
Very well, I'm all ears. What must we do to spur Bruverhoog to aid us?
I might start with the thorn in our side that are beasts. A bigger thorn than most expect. See, in our never-ending search for gold, we dug deep. Too deep. And reached the abysses where monsters are born, or however they come to be.
That had to be an intentional reference. That had to be an intentional reference. There's no way. To the Lord of the Rings and the Balrog.
Soon as it turns a bit warmer, they crawl out to feed. And there's more every year. What you saw there, the spring cleaning, that's just light yearly upkeep. It dinna go at the source of the blight. Every spring we cull enough so we can live and trade and mine normal-like. But there are corridors in the upper valleys midst the peaks, where more lie waiting to pounce. So many, there's settlements that have done been abandoned.
I still fail to see how this relates to myself and Bruver.
Your Majesty, slay the beasts down to their last, and you'll win the hearts of the clans. All of them. And with the clans behind you, why? The Elder will have no choice. He'll bend an ear, treat you serious.
Okay, here's what I don't understand about this. We need the Mahakamans? The dwarves. To fight on our behalf against the Nilfgaardians. So they're a strong fighting force. They have this problem with monsters. Why would it be the case that we, the weaker fighting force who need their help, are going to be better able to take out this beast infestation than they themselves would be able to do? Maybe it's because the clans can't manage to coordinate on it, but then again, he also said that Bruverhoog has kept them from infighting, so you would think he could get them to do it if it was such a big problem. I feel like this is a general problem with game narratives where, you know, you have your party and you're trying to get more people to join your party, but in order to do that, you have to like take care of some problem for them that makes you question, like, well, if you can't take care of this, like, how are you going to be helpful to me anyway? But
you got two sites through which beasts swarm in great numbers. There's Davor's Abyss and an abandoned underground settlement called Burr's Rump. Destroy those, collapse the corridors, problem solved.
Alright, maybe they'll answer it.
You colour the solution as simple and known. Why has Bruverhoog not gone at the matter?
Ha! You must learn one thing about us dwarves of Mahakam. Customs, traditions, why, we're obsessed. Goes thrice for Bruver. The Elder deliberates weeks on end. And that's in considering if we shouldn't wear suspenders, because they might be through outside, and should thus be forbidden. We've a set of laws, the Four Dwarves Codex. One of its tenets says, dare ye not close a corridor once oped. So, no self-respecting dwarf can nor will do it. But you're free out with. The laws dinna apply. You've a free hand in sealing the corridors from which the beasts come. Collapse them, flood them, I dinna ken, but solve the grief once and for all.
Alright. That's a clever way of setting this up or trying to resolve the issue that I just brought up.
And this, 'twould suffice.
I believe it would. But find you other ways to win the heart of a clan or Bruver itself. Do so. Can he bring no harm?
All this sounds rather toilsome, yet I do favour this to losing another moon seeking out a court where we would at first be welcomed, only later to hear another rebuke. You've my gratitude, Gabor. You've shown me a way. Very well. Let us think on these beasts. See what's to be done.
Yeah, I mean, the CD Projekt Red definitely does a good job with the writing with these games in general, and I do like that they managed to come up with something that sounds like a plausible excuse for why you've got to fight in order to be able to have somebody else fight for you. We got a report. Guest rulebook. Dear guest, to make your stay in Mahakam a merry one that doesn't end with you rolling down a cliff in a barrel, do us all a favor and stick to these rules written by me, Elder-in-Chief Bruverhoog. Don't go sticking your nose in others' affairs. You fondle it, you buy it. Don't question our laws. Get out as quick as you can. Don't bother me. Alright? I bet we're going to do a fabulous job of sticking to that. It sounds like exactly the kind of behavior that we can be expected to engage in. Sticking our nose where it doesn't belong. We've never done that.
I've come to the conclusion your Elder-in-Chief is not fond of guests.
Fond? That's near a quarter of it. He hates them with seething passion. But you're damned lucky.
Why's that?
Let you in, didn't he? Mahakam was cordoned off completely from the outside world for many a long year. Clans finally forced Bruver to at least let in peddlers and emissaries. Though he dragged his feet as long as he could.
Quiet, wench. You'll scare the fish off.
I don't think that's how that works.
Crevens! Trout was already nipping at the bait. Then you came along and frightened it off. Duvel Scheiss! Duvel Scheiss!
Crivens. My queen, there are bodies of dwarven miners trapped beneath the ice sheet, likely swallowed by the river. It's too late for them now, but their equipment is recoverable. But bear in mind, should any fall in, they'd freeze to death in the blink of an eye. Yeah. Gimme. Part of a card. I care about that more than the resources. The 100 wood is nice. Wait, what is it that I can do now that I couldn't do before here? That was the workshop icon, right? I mean, this is just the same stuff. Right, yeah, and this is what I'd want to get next anyway, so yeah, never mind. Alright, so we can come up here and do a battle, and then that looks to be a dead end, so let's do that. And there's Shaelmar. The Shaelmar's lair. Elder Hugh once instructed his secretary, Gromik, to prepare a list of all the caves, caverns, and grottos in Mahakam. None ever learned why such information had become a priority for the Elder-in-Chief. Perhaps Brewer needed the record for a highly secretive task, or perhaps he had simply fallen into a sour mood and wished to bring the secretary down with him. In any case, the census of Mahakam's underground caverns was never completed, for Gromik had disappeared without a trace. None ever discovered his true fate, yet the bones that continued to pile up and gather dust at the threshold of Mahakam's darkest caves serve well enough to spark one's imagination. Gigantic Shaelmar. Every 2 turns, on turn start, give a random unit 4 armor. On round end, units with armor gain resilience. Ooh. Okay. What's the deal with this again? Right, left hook is pretty good. Bottomless pockets. 1 trinket from your deck, but my trinkets are always in my hand, which I still don't know why that's the case, but... Oh yeah, I should maybe take this out. I mean, plus 20 is a lot, I will admit, but the fact that I don't know when it's gonna happen, it's like odd to say the least. Okay, this looks pretty good. Pretty good. Let's just throw down a drummer, because that's what we like to do.
Again and again.
Okay, so is this like a Harpy Plus, or why is this one is 7-2 and this one is 4? I don't quite understand that, but maybe it's just that they're 2 different powers because the spawn harpies are weaker. But then it also spawns a harpy egg, so I guess we just don't want to kill this thing? This thing? Sorry. I don't think there's much advantage to using any removal right now. I think we're just gonna play another drummer.
Arm is a waste of time for one like me.
Call it a turn. Slizzard. Oh, okay. That's probably a good thing for me. I mean, having that thing have resilience is a lot less scary than other stuff. Every turn on turn start, increase counter by 1 and damage a random enemy by 2. Oh. Well, damaging these guys by 2 isn't really a big deal right now because they've got armor, so I guess I won't worry about that too much. Well, what do I want to play? I'd like to add some Arbalists to my deck, but I don't have any in hand. I guess I could just play Xavier.
Get it to work.
Oh, hi Knickers. So now if we moved this up and pulled an Arbalest, it would do 6 damage, which is enough to kill anything except this. So I probably don't want to do that yet. Yeah, I don't think I do. Oh. I also have a 6 damage ornamental sword right now. It's like I could take this thing out and just let it spawn the dang harpy. And also get the counter started. Yeah, alright, let's do that actually. Although that's gonna spawn the egg again, but oh well. Doesn't have armor now. Oh, he hit Xavier. How rude. Okay, so we could put significant damage out with Alzur's Thunder if we wanted. I think we want to move the banner up and do this thing. Oh, Wagenburg. Interesting. Well, let's call the other one then. Another drummer. What's the other card? A bomber. Okay, we'll put the drummer in the... well, no, we got 7 is enough. Yeah, I'm gonna put the
left, right, left, right.
Okay. I guess I could decoy the bomber so I can fire in future rounds. I think that's a good idea. Alright, so now let's do this. Oh. Alright, let's just add some more drummers.
How to ever pay off these school loans.
Could use Gabor to just kill this lizard. I think I'm cool with that.
Alright, that's no problem.
Alright, sure. Hit Knickers. It's fine. Snow Wolf. Damage a random enemy by 2 if it is under biting frost damage by 4. Instead, repeat this ability whenever a Snow Wolf ally appears. Alright, so at this point, we could win the round passing already. The issue is that he's got pretty strong guys with armor. We could use a combination of the ornamental sword and the wagon bridge to take that out, but then we don't get to pass. Or I could just well, it's also unfortunate to not use Xavier. Is that good? And I could do more drumming. But I don't want to like overkill win the round. I mean, I could do artifact compression. Like, I don't know how likely that he is to play bigger cards than the Snow Wolf. Probably it won't. I can get behind that. And then I might as well do some drumming, given that. Two Arbalists. Alright, first one.
I'm a wrong set.
Like that. Second one.
Lyria!
Did he just kill Knickers? Yeah, he did. No, Knickers has resilience. That's not ideal. Yeah, alright, he's definitely gonna pass now. Let's see. My last R2s I add up to added drummers. I guess that's fine. I was thinking I want to play that to get more of these guys in the deck, but I don't think it's actually a problem. So I'll just pass. Oh, interesting. I could mulligan one of the bombers to try to make sure... Well, nah. Well, no, actually, I guess it does make sense, because I got... Yeah. Okay, I don't need multiple Arbalists. I do want the Blacksmith. Oh, I could mulligan the Jade figurine. That's interesting. He's just a vanilla 10-drop, so I think I will do that, actually. It's kind of cool. I can do that. Yeah, I think we're good here. Alright. Let's lead with a drummer.
Again and again and again.
Actually, I should have led with... Maybe led with the Adept, but whatever. Alright. Yeah, let's just go ahead and burn an 8 in the front row. Oh, actually, I should have... Yeah, whatever. This is fine. Alright, I think I'll go ahead and
As you wish, lady.
that. And do I want to summon yet? Maybe not. Maybe I want to get a few more cards down. Power up the Arbalists. I mean, I could just not try to win this round, but I think I still actually have the advantage, so... 2 Arbalists? Yeah.
One goes your life. Give me a time.
Whoa! Unexpected. But actually good for me because he decreased his total armor. Alright, what's my lowest ally? I have 5? I guess that's good enough. Do I have any trinkets? Oh, I guess I could replay Decoy. Or oh my god, I could replay Artifact Compression. Oh, get wrecked! Fool! Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Hey, don't toss that. He's perfectly usable.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Alright, yeah, I'll go ahead and wipe this thing. It is gonna spawn the other harpy, but whatever. Oh, that's mean. Damage the lowest unit by 2. Not ideal. But I don't think it's going to matter. I guess I might as well just pass at this point. Like, he probably can't even come back, but if he can, he'll definitely lose the next round, so who cares? Okay, well, he is going to have a 32 carried over if he... Jeez. Oh, he couldn't make it. Yeah, having a 44 carryover would have been pretty frightening, but... Maybe that was actually the wrong strategy. But it worked out just fine. Also, apparently playing Artifact Compression when I did was actually incorrect, but... People of the Hills, we hereby order 5 barrels of cured beef, 40 links of juniper sausage, 5 sides of pork, 10 dozen goose eggs, 20 sacks of rye flour, payment issued in gold. Warning, goods must be tightly packed so as not to attract monsters. We bear no responsibility for accidents. Elder Vravnik of Clan Ferenc. Alright. I'm not... I mean, obviously that's what this thing is. I guess this isn't necessarily the place where... No, this is the place where they said that adjutant or whatever he was went, so... Alright, I don't think we can go this way. Yeah, we can come up this way and get some loot, and then go across that bridge. Oh, it's a person that is not a dwarf, but is a human.
The dwarves are demanding a pretty sum, but their steel's worthy of any crown. No offense meant. The Rivian blades don't hold a candle to their Mahakaman cousins. Their elders just a tad eccentric. Their elders just a tad eccentric.
How is this possible? Madness, pure madness. Everywhere looks the same. How am I supposed to remember? So many corridors, shafts, and chambers. have to keep moving, and then what? I don't remember. Treasure? But what kind? Okay. So we got a couple puzzles over here. I am getting towards an hour here, so probably not going to actually do those puzzles until next episode. But we gotta keep grabbing all the loot. Yeah, I think this is gonna be our stopping point. The only other thing I will do before checking out these puzzles is just take a look and see... Oh, we needed 1,500 wood for the next thing I wanted. I remember that. Look at how shiny this chest is. I want to pick it up, but I can't. Anyway, yeah, so next time we will be doing some puzzles. Until then...